Class 6 back at home. This is Teacher Hilary again. I hope you had a good Eid. So class 6, I want you to concentrate and do my work. That is area, our next topic in measurement, rather our third topic. So before we begin, you know what you must have. And this time round, ensure that because you have a lot of time, ensure that you do my work earlier, then you send it through the WhatsApp number that I always provide at the end of the slide. So before we get started, ensure you have everything, and when you are ready, we are good to go. So keynotes, some of the keynotes that you must learn when you're tackling area is that area of a square from class 4, it's length times length, rectangle length times width, and the triangle arc base times height. So in class 6 also, you must also be able to know units of measuring area. And we said 1 hectare is equivalent to 10,000 meters squared. 1 hectare is the same as 1,000 areas, and 1 area is the same as 100 meters squared. So this will help you in conversion. Let's see how it can help us. And back to our example 1, we are saying that the area of a square plot is 1225 meters squared. Find its perimeter. So you'll find a question like that, joining area and perimeter, but we have done that one earlier. We said anytime they give you the area of a square plot, for you to find the length of one side, you need to find the square root. So what is the square root of 1225? It is 35. So after getting the square root, just know that a square has 4 sides and all the sides are equal. So perimeter will be equal to 35. That is one side times 4, which will give you 140 meters. So that one we have already done in the previous work. But then if you look at our example number 2, a rectangular plot measures 120 meters long by 45 meters wide. Find its area in hectares. So all of us, we know that area of a rectangle is length times width. But our units are in meters. So 120 meters times 45 meters will give us area in meters squared. So if you multiply 120 times 45, you can do it in your rough paper, and you'll find out that it is 5,400. So after getting your area, nobody is asking you to find the area in meters squared, so you need to convert it. How do you convert it? Like I told you earlier, 1 hectare is equivalent to 10,000 meters squared. What about this meter squared? That is 5,400. Then you cross multiply. It will be 5,400 times 1 hectare over 10,000. Or you can just say this area of mine, I'm going to divide it by 10,000 to change it to become hectares. If it is RS, you divide by 100. So let's see how we can simplify it very fast. This is 2 zeros. We'll cancel with these 2 zeros here. It is now 54 over 100. Then this is hectares. 54 over 100 is 2 decimal places. You can just move 2 steps. That is 1, 2, and then you find out that your area in hectares is 0.54. That is the area in hectares. Very easy. Our second example of the day, we are saying find area. So a good student will be able to understand that this is a triangle, and in a triangle we said our formula is half base times height. So after calculating our area, we need to find the area of this figure. So before we calculate our area, let's find where is the base and where is the height. Remember, always the longest side in a right angle triangle is what we call the hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is not used while you're finding area. Area is found by the two shorter sides, that is the base and the height. So this can be your base, and this one, it is your height. Remember we said your right angle triangle is here, that is 90 degrees. It is always opposite the hypotenuse. So this is your hypotenuse. Now your base will be up here, and this is your height. These are your two shorter sides. So when you're finding the area, don't ever use what? use the longest side, that's the hypotenuse. So a half times 12 times 16, if you simplify by 2 is 1, by 2 is 6, and 16 times 6 is 96 centimeters squared. Remember, units of measuring area, this one must be in square centimeters. So this question also is very easy, but I've seen many people confusing when you find a question like this. Just know that the hypotenuse, it is not used while you're calculating your area. Only use the two shorter sides, that is the base and the height. To our last example for today, we are saying what is the shaded area in the figure below. So if you look here, if you are a keen pupil, you'll be able to know that I have seen a rectangle and I have also seen a triangle. So if you are clever enough, you'll be able to understand that this is a triangle which is here, and this is a rectangle which is covering it. So the best thing you do is you find the area of the larger one, that is the rectangle, then you subtract minus the area of the triangle which is here. So remember, the base will be the same as the length, which is 32, and then your height is 20. So let's start with the rectangle. Length is 32, width is 20. So 32 times 20. 32 times 20 will give you 640. That is the area of this whole figure, that is the rectangle. Then the unshaded part is a triangle which we want to remove. We want to remove this side. Remember, this is your base down here, which is 32, and then from here up to here is the same as from here up to here, which is the same as 20. So you'll just come here and say area of a triangle is equal to half base times height, that is a half times 32 times 20, which will give you 320 centimeters squared. So the area of the shaded part is the remaining part, that is 640 minus 320, which is the same as 320 square centimeters. So if you look at this slide, you're saying this is assignment, very simple questions. I believe you'll go to write all my examples and then you do the work given. So WhatsApp your answers and then I'll be able to mark. Those who are not doing my work continue sleeping while others are doing some work at home. So don't be lazy. I don't want to be a lazy pupil at home. These are very few questions. You can attempt them. And if you have any problem, feel free to consult the teacher. The teacher is there to help you. So otherwise, have a good day.